Hello, welcome to the Breakfast Podcast. This is your go-to source for all things automotive, whether you're a global gearhead or cruising the streets of South Africa. Join us for the latest news, in-depth analysis, and candid discussion about the ever-evolving world of cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Breakfast Show with AP the Motor Journalist and Owe Tumbulawa as your host. Let's get it.
Oh man, that's still one of the best intros ever.
Who chose it?
I did.
Shout out to AP.
Shout out to AP, man. Welcome to the Breakfast Podcast. It is I, Apiwe Lungelo Nzimande, and my co-host, Owetu D. Mbulawa.
We're not rolling alone.
We're not rolling alone, man. Today we have, yo man, is second hand, right hand man, left hand man.
Wingman, the man behind the camera.
Ikanda, Gala,
Chill out.
Neck.
Chill out.
This guy, my guy, Silo Mweti. Big shout out, man. No, boys, siyaphila kunjani? Amazing, man. So, main man Silo, man, is going to be searching up some facts for us, engaging more with us, but focusing nina nyaz nant.
The fact checker.
You understand, man. But otherwise, how are you, bro?
I'm tired. Feeling very mellow right now. Feeling chill.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah. I watched the last episode and took a couple notes. So I'm busy working on myself.
You on your... This guy is improving, man.
I'm standing on business.
Stand on business.
I'm standing on business.
Man.
Wena khamba njani?
No, boy, ukhala kusizi. I-podcast sesingenile phakathi, we're inside.
Singathunywanga.
Yeah, no, man. We're trying to make gold for the people, man. Understand? A hub for the people to come gather. Dala le knowledge lena. Sifunde sikhule sisonke. Type.
What have you been doing during this week? What did you do last week?
During this week, man. I just want to say noble shout out to Manchester United for actually winning a game.
I don't watch football.
Noble shout out to Manchester, man. They won. Bleeding through the wound.
I'm gonna collect a 3-0 tonight.
Yeah, man. He's Chelsea, so tonight.
When was the last time Manchester United?
Nah, chill out, dog. That's another type of podcast, bro. That's another type.
This is turning into a football podcast very quickly.
When I see it, bro. What's up, man?
I have an Instagram page that I dedicate to just my car content.
Yeah.
Kind
Should
of
pop up right now.
Shout out. I kind of fell off. Kind of stopped using it. Got lazy, so I revived that.
Yeah.
And started off with posting.
Lost a little bit of motivation there.
Yeah. But the podcast is bringing all of that back.
High spirits. I love the podcast.
Yeah, it forces you. Yeah. It really does.
It's very, very, very positive.
So if you go there onto Instagram, owe2.mbulawa, I've been uploading my car spots.
Yeah.
Yesterday I posted a G63. Yeah. A guy was sending it, full send, paid the toll gate, and then he just went. Yeah. Go check it out. It's there.
Go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. Man. Saw an RS7
rare
Sportback.
Rare
Sportback.
Rare
Headroom.
Non-existent. Showcase. That car is man. I envy you seeing that, man.
What else did I see? I saw an edition.
Where does this guy live, bro, that he's seeing all these cars?
I actually saw all of this in Richards Bay. I saw an edition 507. Yeah. So W204 Mercedes C-Class. They made estates, they made sedans, they made coupes. Then they made the C63, which is the high performance variant. Then they made C63 edition 507s with the facelift. So I spoke to the driver. And he was very quick to tell me that, oh, no, this is the edition 507. Because he has another one that's non-edition 507.
You met a driver who actually knows what he's driving.
Abang.
Oh, that's very rare, man.
So I speak to him, he's very quick to point, this is an edition 507. In my head, I didn't understand, what is the excitement about? Because in my head, edition 507 is just
nameplates.
Showcase. Turns out it's not. So I did a bit of research.
Okay. Like you should.
Like I should. Found out that they use a lot of the technology found in the SLS AMG. The cylinders. Gullwing, yeah.
Shout out.
The cylinders in the engine are forged.
With?
Man, don't do that to
Damn,
me.
come on, man.
I want to roll a dice and say forged steel.
Okay.
I don't want to go aluminium.
All right.
You get 35 more kilowatts, and then you get exclusive alloy wheels.
Do you need more power in that car, man? Because it only sends them.
Because like the normal one has like 450. The Edition 507 has 507.
Oh, nice.
That's substantial.
Okay. He had a pretty better weekend than I did.
Gets a bit better on my way.
It gets a bit better.
On my way to record this morning, spotted an i8 that should be going on the Instagram page very soon. If it's not up already, it's up already.
I don't know.
It's up already.
I don't follow this.
By the time this episode goes out, it'll be in the highlights, so you can go check it out. You spotted something last week.
What did I spot? Oh,
I think it had a V12 silver coupe.
Nah, man. Oh yeah, that was the spot of the week.
He sent that on the group, and now he's forgotten.
No, I haven't forgotten. How can I forget?
What was it?
SL.
No, it's
CL. CL
65.
CL 65.
Do you know what you saw?
S. No, it was in traffic and it was really fast.
Like the S variant also like.
It's CL 65 SMG. Something like that.
No, can't be.
Pull it up.
It can't be. It can't be CL 65S. It's not. It's a CL 65.
Yes.
That's what it is. No S's.
No S's.
CL 65 AMG.
And it's crazy because I saw it. Maybe I couldn't see properly. That's crazy.
You're not wearing your glasses.
Okay.
It's a CL 65 AMG. Engine in there? V12.
Dog, the person that drives that car, man. And it's a weekend car because I saw it in the weekend. I'm not making assumptions for the person, but a V12 motor, bro.
Why do you say motor?
Because it's a motor.
You're gonna get cancelled.
Engine.
It's an engine. As per usual, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into the news. Do you have anything for us, mister?
There's always news. We are journalists. We are journalists, man. Let's get right into it. All right. So I have a pretty cool stat that made the news not so long ago, courtesy of car.coza, written by Ryan Buber. I hope I said your surname right, sir. And it's actually a stat about transmissions, right? Automatic and manual. It said that automatic transmissions have officially overtook manual transmissions in sales.
I've been on this tip for the longest time. I don't understand why we still manufacture manuals. Especially with the low end of the market. I understand for like enthusiasts, the manual transmission is more of an engagement type of thing. But generally, people prefer to drive automatic. So why are we still producing manual?
I think it still exists for the purists.
I don't think so.
I genuinely believe it still exists for the purists. One, two chop cost in terms of production. They don't have to, but they like to opt for manual production so that they can move more units.
Because when they make it manual, they can make it cheaper.
Exactly.
Also, another point I can raise is to fix a manual is less costly to fix an automatic.
Significantly lesser. So this was light vehicle sales. It's not like your buses and trucks and stuff like that. Lazy motor, see try. So it had an increase of 51% overall of all the cars that are sold.
Light motor vehicles.
Yes, light motor vehicles. So this is your CVT, your DCT, your AMT.
AMT.
Yeah.
Automated manual transmission. Okay.
Transmission.
What a nice way to kickstart the news on my side.
Nice,
my side.
Oh, your side.
From 2025, Porsche will be offering
here we go.
No, not Biofuel. They'll be offering Google services in their cars. So that includes
They
Google
stole
Maps.
that from Volvo.
Were they offering Google
Yeah.
in the cars? Well, shout out to Volvo. But they're offering Google Maps, they're offering Google Assist, and a couple apps from Google Play Store. So it seems like we'll be TikToking on the go.
I mean, that's not something you want to say.
Now, for me,
On
this
the
is
go.
very interesting
Yeah.
considering that in
Well,
the
they
last
also-
episode,
Yeah.
we spoke about touchscreens versus buttons and how distracting and difficult it can be to operate a touchscreen while you're driving.
Yeah.
Now, when they start integrating things like TikTok and Google Maps and all of that in the screen, does it not make it more distracting? Because now you have more features in the
In
touchscreen.
the screen. Maybe I believe that maybe you can't operate the systems whilst driving. That's one. Or another thing is that this is another theory of mine. Angithi motos charge much.
Okay.
And charging takes time. And you would like to kill time by having something in your car
To do.
Meanwhile, yeah. So I think that's like more on the entertainment side.
I also have the point. What if those apps, like your Google Assist, whatever, was to age, was to basically be more conducive towards the touchscreen type of thing compared to buttons? Because it's basically you having a virtual assistant that will do everything for you.
Yeah, because they also want to move into this "Hey Mercedes" era.
That's
voice
something I actually wanted
recognition.
to say.
Do you feel like that's just a gimmick, or do you think that's something
Obviously,
people
it's like to some percentage, it's a gimmick.
But
It's
it's
a
becoming a
gimmick.
reality.
No, you don't have. Okay, listen. You don't have to do this because the now Apple Android. connectivity.
I'm gonna assume that infotainment systems are hooked up to your 12-volt battery, because electric vehicles still have a 12 volts,
battery,
right?
yeah.
Because if you're sitting in the car and you're charging and you're killing time,
yes, there's a battery for the motor, right?
electric episode is coming.
Okay,
It's
all right,
coming.
All right.
So if you have your infotainment hooked up onto your main battery while
Yeah.
you're sitting and charging and you using
Chowing.
it, you chowing.
Chowing.
That's gonna increase charging time.
But like you said, let's not
get into it.
Let's not, man. A second news of mine is courtesy of West Bank. So West Bank, every month they release official statements of how much or how many cars have sold from different brands. And so they released recently the top 5 selling cars in South Africa.
Could it be that's where Tommy Masemula gets his stuff?
Yes, sir. That's one of that's
that's
our
a goat.
idol.
That's a goat.
We have to. That's our idol, man.
Shout out to him.
we idolize him. So West Bank, number 1. Can you guess what it is?
Top seller.
Yeah.
Of September.
October. The month of October. Yeah.
Take order for Tuna.
You're there.
Hilux.
You're there. Hilux. So Toyota Hilux sold the most.
Is it like 4,000?
No. 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 3,000. 11 Zuma moment. 3,110.
3,110 units sold.
The brains and the brains.
Shout out.
Number 2 was obviously EVW Polo, 2,280.
New cars, this is, huh?
Yeah, but kunjalo. However, don't get too excited. New car sales are decreasing
You did mention that
badly
to me
badly.
earlier on. Yeah.
By 2%, which is like the worst decrease.
But now, this is also a good chat.
Yes.
New car sales are decreasing.
Yes.
Do you think that this is because people are now getting into used cars, or people are not buying cars at all, or it's a bit of both?
It's a bit of both. The car market right now it's bad if you're coming in and you're looking to buy a new car. However, it's plausible or usable or fun for you if you're going to be working with what you have in the used markets. These cars are now costing.
Don't even get in.
I
always say,
like the cheapest car
500,000
right
for a
now,
Polo.
bro. The cheapest new car right now, sheesh, man.
We spoke about it in the last episode.
Shucks, man.
Wasn't it the Vitz?
but that's like budget car. I'm talking about like if you were to buy it, I almost said normal car. If you were to buy like a motor, it rides. You gonna half a million up.
Which is a very good segue into my second news
Yeah.
because pricing for the 5-door Suzuki Jimny was released last week. 429,900 for the entry GL model.
Yeah.
And then 479,900 for the top range, I think GLX model. Do you know what's the Jimny?
Do you?
I know what's the Jimny.
I love a chimney. I this is one of the cars that I oddly am very fond of.
Okay, if this might sound crazy,
Shut
if
up.
a Jimny
Chimney.
and a Jeep
Chimney and a
were the
chimney.
same price.
I don't even want to hear it, bro. Chimney.
Really? So you must be excited for the 5-door version.
Chimney.
Or would you still go 3-door?
If it's a chimney, I'd get it.
I'm asking you,
Get it. If
3-door or
it's a chimney.
5-door?
3-door or 5-door. I don't have a family, so
3-door.
3-door.
Now, how do you feel about the fact that the new car, the 5-door,
Yeah.
weighs 90 kilograms more than the 3-door, yet they didn't make any changes to the
Any
mechanics?
drastic changes? Okay,
Not
so,
drastic, any.
and at all. Nah, I doubt they didn't do anything at all. Maybe they.
Maybe they changed the balls.
Okay, obviously because the car's longer. But I did read one of the articles that said it didn't lose its capabilities of going off-road. It hasn't lagged. It hasn't lost anything. It's still got the source.
But look at it this way. I mean, off-road, you're going very slow.
Yeah.
Right? So from a speed point of view, off-road, I doubt it's going to make a change. But on-road,
I also read
because I've heard
Yeah,
that
man.
at highway speeds, they tend to be a bit unstable.
Guys,
I mean, it's no secret. But I mean, it makes sense. It's a brick.
it's like seeing a quid in the fast lane. What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
He needs to get where he's
Why are you
going.
going so fast, man?
He
Chill
needs to
out.
get where he's going.
You know, but I heard that the car is very stable because we did receive it kind of later than other markets. Other market reviews are pretty solid about it. It hasn't lost its source. Still very much good, rigid, capable,
Rigid.
rigged.
I gotta get you for that one.
Yeah.
Next news.
Next news, man. Cars.coza has began their official evaluation of the Cars of the Year award. So they've went to the Mall of Africa with all 39 of the finalists.
Car of the year.
Yeah, Car of the Year. And
39
so,
cars.
Yeah. 39 cars. So bakkies, SUVs, small car, budget cars, all of the best. Yes, there's an Oracat, electric. Yeah, there's an Oracat. So they got a panel of journalists. You know, Kumi,
Didn't they shoot a podcast?
Chiro. On the day they did.
They did.
Yeah,
I'm
so
pretty
they
sure I
went
saw
to the
pictures
Mall
of
of
them.
Africa. And so it's pretty cool how they do the whole thing. I just want to chop it up real quick. So there's a place called Gyrotech. It's a test track that most,
I saw that on Twitter.
yeah. Rolls-Royce has tested here.
What they expect?
Yeah, Spectre, they've tested the Ghost. Many of these high-profile brands usually come over and test even the Cayenne, Porsche Cayenne. And
No wonder it works.
South African tested. Yeah. And so they do a whole week of strenuous testing whereby it's like each car you get out of, you get into the next car. They're checking boots. They're checking how stable a car is. Cars are going through the 4x4.
That's what I wanted to ask. That is it reviewing or is it testing? Because there's a difference.
Testing.
They're testing.
Yeah.
So there's I'm not rugged
sure.
road probably for suspension and
There's
an NVH.
What's that? Can you tell the people? Because I definitely know what that is.
Okay. NVH stands for noise, vibration, and harshness.
Yes. And so there's a sheet or a book that you take for each car, and then you evaluate each characteristic of a car, and it's pretty fresh in the mind. So it's not like I recall driving. You hop into a Raptor, you get into a Aura Cat. You know, an Aura Cat is an electric car.
Have they announced the winner yet? No.
No, it's a long process. I mean, 39 cars, man. Sheesh.
Did they have the new 663? Okay.
Hey man, hey man. Do you have another news there?
No, I do not have another news.
You don't have another news?
No, that's it.
And that is the news. That's done. That's done. So people watching, they see a little model of a G500, which I've just learned that it has a V8 twin turbo with 450 horsepower. Can someone
convert that
to kilowatts?
To kilowatt. What is it for? What
406. 400 what?
450. My friends, before you tell us the answer, like, I want to guess.
Okay.
On the show. I want to say, what is it?
On the show.
I want to say 360 kilowatts.
Okay.
Let me just go to my calculator.
Yeah, who hired this guy? Who hired this guy?
Do you know what's the conversion?
Yeah, so man, right now we're trying to convert horsepowers, a unit of measurements whereby they estimate how much power a car can produce.
And we're talking about bhp. So this is the power that the engine produces. Horsepower is the amount of power produced by the whole system. So when you include...
Now this is... Wait.
This is straight geeking. I'm geeking right now.
Okay. There it goes. Wait, what was your...
360 kilowatts.
360 kilowatts, that's in HP, which is 325.86.
325.
3,600 RPM.
320.
320. Nah, don't feel sad. You almost got it. 300.
I was wrong.
300.
Look and hear this.
Okay.
This is freaking insane. This is like literally freaking insane.
Subjective.
It's not actually a number. It's way the axis.
Hey, get on with it, man.
So it's
this guy, bro.
I'm kidding though, because I'm just.
Come on, bro. Get on. This
is the crazy part. It's not the number. It's not the number.
If you could. Just tell us, bro.
Just tell us the amount of torque and where it comes in.
Dog, just tell us, dog.
I'm telling you. 700 meters.
Right.
This is the mind bubble.
Okay, there he goes. There he goes again.
200 RPM.
Okay, now that is kind of crazy. No, that is kind of crazy.
Maybe his calculation is off. But anyways, yes, man. As you can see on our table, we have a model of a
G500.
Yeah, man. And so it's the body shape. What is this?
It's an SUV.
It's an
That's
SUV.
what. Now you gotta give me some.
It's an SUV. So we just really wanted to chop it up about the surge, the crazy surge of SUVs. I mean, we see them all the time. And we just wanted to chop it up, just level base about it. Maybe we might do an episode where we go a little bit more deeper, but we just wanted to chop it up and speak about SUVs, crossovers. Maybe let's do a little bit of a garage, top 3 at the end, you know what I'm saying? So, my brother, what is the SUV in your knowledge, in your eyes? Do you rate one? Do you like one? Do you see the need? Why not?
It's a difficult question.
Yes,
That's
it
a difficult
is.
question.
Yes, it is.
In my opinion, let's start here.
Okay.
When someone says to me SUV,
Gotta sit properly for this one.
the first vehicle that comes to mind is a BMW X5. For me, that is an SUV. Before we started getting into compact SUV, mid-size SUV, full-size SUV, an SUV for me is an X5. Right? It is a super utility vehicle. It's a vehicle where you can do many things, a vehicle that can do many things. Unlike where if you have a Porsche GT3 RS, you can do maybe one or two things. You can go on track, you can go on the road, you can't go shopping.
Yes.
An SUV, you want to go to the Bundos, go check those grizzles, go off-road.
Just check the family. It's like how.
Just go off-road, take your
Go
SUV.
variety.
You want to go do Igros at 3,000, go fill the boot up.
Shucks, that was a very specific number.
You want to do a bit of towing, you have a trailer, go it on the SUV. You know, some SUVs these days, they offer 7 seats. You have 4 kids.
Fire no cock. Ninja.
Go it all in the SUV. You know, if you have a hatchback, you can't really do
that much.
You
It's
know,
not
Igros can maybe cap it at 900.
900 rand.
Le 3,000. So you made a shama trip.
Food is expensive, but that's not this. This ain't that topic.
Is there a need for SUVs? Clearly. You know, the market
Shucks,
dictates.
clearly.
Yeah, clearly. The market dictates this.
Yeah.
Dictates
I saw.
this.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say.
Yes, that's so people clearly like them, therefore there is a need for them. You know, for a very long time I didn't like them. Who was I influenced by? Jeremy Clarkson. But Singapore now that I'm
They
grown,
saved our lives.
Sick honesty. Do I like them? I like a few. But we'll get into that a little bit.
Like a flu.
I don't like a few. I like
You like a few.
How do you feel about SUVs?
Shucks, man. How do I feel about them?
You guys have one.
That's exactly where I wanted to go. Ekaya, abile corner. Like there was a couple from my dad's side, from my mother's side. You know, and yo, man, my mom's first car was a Nissan Qashqai. It's not necessarily an SUV. It's not necessarily. It's arguable. We don't want to get into that yet.
It's debatable.
We don't want to get into that yet. But it was a raised car, and when we had it, I don't know whether this is relevant. I think it is. We bought a TV, and the TV was really big, right? So we had
like a cinema size.
Okay, cinema is a little bit too much.
And they don't use TVs in cinemas.
Exactly. And so they asked us to see siyafuna yini ukudeliver, and that was extra cash. And then we realized we could say hi, bro.
Drop the seats.
My city.
That sound.
My city. File a TV lena. And then from
I like what you did. You did this. So you didn't drop all of them. You just had to drop like the one side.
Yeah. And
you
so,
could still have a passenger on the side.
Move.
The headrest.
No.
Parcel shop?
Yes. I don't have a parcel chef. Yeah.
What do you
call it? Leile Shandis.
Naturally. Yeah.
And so I kind of saw a use for them more than anything. It was like Ibaki, Kodwa, Yazonge. You understand?
I get that.
And so for me, shucks, because I'm a Beamer boy as well, I do love me an X5 or an X7. We see a lot of them, man. About Cherry, about Beijing, about bike.
You said Cherry and I thought of something completely different.
Tico Pro 7.
Damn. I'm a Tigo boy.
Tigo.
Yeah, the Tigos are winning the game right now. And I just realized it's a car that offers a lot of practicality. You understand? So sitting high, there's a higher vantage point to see when you're driving.
Okay. Before you go too far, let's talk about some of the reasons why people buy SUVs. Let's talk about some of the pros. We'll also get into some of the cons. Can you give me a pro? Just off the top of your head, why would someone buy an SUV over a sedan or a saloon?
Saloon. I think practicality and boot space, man.
So one is cargo space.
Yeah.
Just overall.
Yeah.
SUVs, you're talking about full size or even mid-size SUVs, not coupes, because then you lose the headroom. But that's a different chat.
That's a different chat.
So you talk about overall space.
I'm saying, yeah.
You can fit
practicality in and of itself.
Okay, let's separate it. Let's talk about cabin space, meaning that you
There's
can fit 3 full-size adults at the
next
back.
to each other,
Next
because
to
we
each
know
other.
that middle seat is
It's a bit raised and it's uncomfortable. So you have 3
it's
adults
a bit
as opposed to
clunky.
where you have a hatchback and then it gets a bit tight in the back. So that's one reason why people normally buy SUVs. The other reason is it's versatile. You can drive it on the road. You could
Anywhere.
you could drive it off.
Whoa, anywhere? No, not anywhere.
Not anywhere. Most places.
Most.
Another place or another reason why people buy SUVs, as you had mentioned, people generally feel safer sitting higher up. There is also the aspect of if you sit higher up, you look down on people.
That's just a very mean way to look at things.
Yes.
But there's a higher vantage point when you see this.
That's the second time you're using that word.
Vantage point. It's a very bro. If you understand the word, man, that's like especially
If you're gonna go like on long trips on A or secondary or those type of roads.
Yeah, you need to see where you're going. You can't just now you're here already. You understand?
It'll help you like spot flow.
That's true. That's true.
Man. Especially even in the roads, man. When you get like about bag snatch and stuff like that, phone snatches, you understand? There's a lot of visibility with the car because it's higher up.
Bit high up. Okay, let's get into some cons. The first con for me is I found it very difficult to park. Okay. I had an experience where I got to drive a BMW X5. I've never felt like I can't drive to that level ever
in my life.
Dude, I literally parked so far from the entrance of the mall just so that I can have all the time to do small maneuvers and then I put it in. Then I parked it straight. It has 360 and top down.
Yeah.
But still. Yo, that was challenging.
And speaking of 360, that's another thing. They have so much driver assistance systems that it gets to a point where it's just very intrusive.
Do you feel like it becomes overwhelming?
Yeah, because the car is big. And there's a lot of...
I feel like I feel like if once you get used to it,
obviously,
it's lovely.
Outside looking in.
Me, I've never driven a car that has rear view camera. Like for a long time, I've had an experience here and there, but
it's not of nature to use that channels.
It's not.
I mean,
do you physically find yourself looking out the rear window?
I once drove a iX35, and that was like it's on the mirror, but you still look at the mirror.
Oh yeah, I see
you
that.
Still look at the mirror, bro. You I don't know whether it's like trust or anything.
No,
or maybe
it's an essence of you like parking in a tight spot, not necessarily like clearing off or just moving off.
I just think it's an SUV is more difficult to place.
There's a lot of people. That's a nice flipping topic as well, because people usually have big cars and they put it in very small spaces. What are you doing? Why can't you drive, bro? Where am I gonna put my Polo if you parking where a Polo should park?
No. Parking is for everyone.
Bro.
Wait.
Chill out, bro. You can't buy a big car and stuff it into small spaces.
What's a small space? Do you
perfect example?
Okay.
A perfect example. Umcimbi. Taki. Angithi ukubona ukuthi
black people.
Yo, man, black people. The whole place is so flooded with cars to a point where we have to like park along the road.
Right.
So with your mind's eye and your eyes,
right,
you can see that Apollo's supposed to park here, and you put your X5 with the carbon pack and canards and the spoiler, and you somehow
squeeze it in.
Squeeze that huge car.
Okay, let me ask you this. If I am driving, I spot the space, I feel like I can put my car
That's
in
the
here.
problem. You're busy feeling like your car, you bought a big car, now you're busy
you're done. No, you're done. Another con is SUVs generally provide a less engaging driving experience. When I was driving,
can't fight physics, man.
Can't fight physics. So I drove this X5.
You love this X5. You like BMW?
No. No. It's the biggest car I've ever driven, and it was pretty cool. So, courtesy of Shmi, I've learned that if you drive a vehicle, shout out Shmi 150, you need to go through all the driving modes. Eco, Sport, Sport Plus, the works. When I put it in Sport Plus, I wanted the steering wheel to firm up a bit, and it doesn't. I have such a problem with steering wheels that are
Light steering wheels at fast speeds.
Yeah. I feel like it makes the vehicle feel unstable.
It does.
Makes it feel twitchy.
It shouldn't. It should have like some sort of like
weight.
Yeah, weight
to it. SUVs are generally pricier. This leads to We'll get to fuel. They're pricier, therefore repair and maintenance is more.
Yeah, it's essentially okay, I don't want to get into the physics, but it's essentially sometimes a bakkie setup. So it is a SUV, but it's essentially like from a bakkie.
Matot, before we end SUV chats, I just want to ask you guys one question. Money, no object.
Money, no object.
So you have all the money in the world. You need to walk into a dealership or a used car dealership and buy one SUV that you will run for the rest of your life.
Of your life or of its life?
Whichever one gives
start
first. I want to hear yours.
Can you start it off for us?
I'm gonna start it off.
Yeah, I wanna end it off.
You wanna end it off?
Yeah.
You think you're cooking?
Nah.
You don't think you're cooking?
I'm not cooking.
Okay. My SUV
for the
would be an Aston Martin DBX.
707 on my
Nope.
DBX.
Nope. Normal one.
Okay, normal one.
4-liter bi-turbo from Mercedes, so obviously reliable. Parts, si-on kakhulu. Infotainment, they say, is a bit shoddy. Design, I feel like it looks great.
Why that one?
Why that one?
Why that one? Why do you gravitate to that one?
It was between DBX and Bentayga. Those are the only two SUVs I really like. Other than that, I don't like anything else.
Really? So this is based just off like I like it. It's pretty solid, man. It's pretty solid.
Still, I'm interested.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting. I thought he was gonna be like Porsche Cayenne.
Dog, you just ruined it, dog.
I thought it was gonna be like Porsche Cayenne.
Crazy. I was gonna take that option. I was like, nah.
Austin.
No, not the
Aston.
Oh, the Turbo GT.
Exactly.
Turbo GT.
So for me personally, I'll take the Turbo GT. Turbo GT. So
I'm surrounded by like Porsche people. Yeah?
It's a bit mid, eh?
Porsche.
Turbo GT is a bit
everything
mid.
Porsche is mid. Hey, bro. I'll never.
Feels like someone just touched like my eye,
the iris, the eyeball, the white cornea.
what was that?
Oh, guys,
I love the audio.
But
that's an AMG V8, clearly.
That was magical.
Normally we'd edit that out, but that sounded very nice.
We will edit that in.
Yeah, that's for sure.
you're
That's for
choosing
sure.
a Porsche.
Stop stalling.
No, listen, guys.
LM002.
Nah, not the LM002, man. I can't do that. to
Bentley
myself.
Dominator.
No. Chill out, man. You know, the best SUV in the world, like he said.
XM.
No, not an XM. It is, however, a BMW. I'd go for a BMW X5 M50i.
Oh. Okay. That's not the comp, huh?
It's not the comp.
It's not the
It's the it's the V8.
Quad turbo.
The quad turbo. Yeah.
Shout out BMW.
Yeah.
I recently learned about I think it was BMW. I think it was like, no, it's maybe like 2015 550i's. They had 3 turbos. So shout out to BMW. We said in the last episode that BMW are turbo kings.
Hey yo, Turbo Kings, man. That was a steep statement, but I'm a fanboy, so it's true. Yeah, so I'd choose a BMW X5. You choose an Aston Martin DBX, and my friend here would choose a Porsche
But to
Cayenne.
be frank,
Turbo. GT.
from a financial standpoint,
No.
No,
Money
no,
is not an
no,
option.
no.
It doesn't listen.
I'm not going to listen to this.
No one.
We said
We owe ourselves to not listen
Yeah.
to it because money is not an object.
I'm just saying.
so. Before this gets too long,
Yes.
let's
There's
wrap up.
a last thing that has been in conversation between you and myself, which is the essence of a car.
Right.
What do we mean by that? So, tell us more about that.
So
So,
in 2020 September, I'm lying. 2022 September.
yeah,
Florida was hit.
Fact check.
Yeah, was hit with Hurricane Ian, right?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of media circulating about this McLaren P1 that was in a garage next to a Phantom, and it just completely flooded and ended up beached on top of a toilet. No jokes, right?
right.
So as these things happen, hurricane is over. The insurance obviously pays the guy the money.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was like a 37-mile McLaren P1
Oh, Garage Queen, or was it just new?
garage queen type thing because he had recently bought it.
Sheesh.
So they obviously the insurance and they auctioned it off.
Yeah.
And a very famous YouTuber, automotive YouTuber, Freddie Tavares.
Check
Shout
his
out,
YouTube
shout out to
out,
Freddie.
man.
Decided to buy it, and he's currently in the process of rebuilding it.
Yeah.
Right. So we're
project.
talking. He's not fixing the front or fixing the back or
that's-
maybe doing. He's doing everything. Like I think they say
Ground up, bro.
is it something bolt restoration where you just do you change
Ground up.
everything. You ever
Ground
said?
up.
Are you still with me?
Ground up.
Right. So one of the decisions he made was to completely ditch the hybrid system. So for
It has
those who
hybrid,
don't know,
yeah.
were you about to?
I was about to.
So for those who don't know, the P1
The
is
P1.
part of the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
No, not the Christian Holy Trinity, but the car Holy Trinity. So that's the Porsche 918
Spider.
Then we have the McLaren P1.
P1.
Last but not least, the LAF.
La
Right?
Ferrari.
It's the LAF.
The Ferrari La Ferrari. Right. Yeah.
Chill out. So all those cars have both internal combustion engines and hybrid to assist that engine. Freddie Tavares argued that the technology in this P1 is old and it doesn't really add that much performance to the car. So therefore, he took out the battery that was going to cost him $160,000, and he also took out
He
the.
basically ditched the engine. Just to spare you of just explaining.
Let him explain.
He basically.
No, it's time for question. Do you still
basically-
feel like that is a P1?
For me,
Yeah.
He basically
Personally,
ditched
yes.
the engine.
here's the reason why.
I want to hear this.
Okay, I'm trying to wait.
Reason being,
He said yes.
if I'm not mistaken,
If you are not, I hope you're
the
not.
P1's, or McLaren's main aim at first when they made the P1 was to more or less enhance, what can I say, like enhance the driving feel, but to a more
Elevated level.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's more or less like the Senna, but at a more elevated level. It's not truly track focused.
Okay.
So that's what I feel. So in essence, taking out the hybrid was not really much of a loss because it also, from what I'm seeing, it's also going to assist its power to weight ratio by making it lighter. Because in
Even
essence,
lighter
most of the
than
power
what it
comes from
was.
the engine, right?
Okay. So basically, how I understand what Lucilo is saying is that with the P1, McLaren was making a successor to the F1, right? So even though it wasn't 3 seats, but it was a spiritual successor to the F1. Lucilo feels like there is more to the P1 than just the hybrid setup, the engine and the powertrain and all of that. So he feels like if you alter that, it doesn't then lose
It's just like
the name. However, personally, I know someone who disagrees fully with what Usilo is saying. Care to elaborate?
I'm the super villain. I'm not a super villain. I'm just really honest. I'm not going to argue with that because that's his opinion. That's how he feels. Bro, the epitome of that car is that engine. The reason why it belongs to the Holy Trinity is because of that technology.
Powertrain. Use powertrain. Because when you say engine, then it's just ice.
Yeah. And him taking it out, he has his reasons. I won't
100%.
be like, this is money. What am I going to do? However, I do believe strongly that if you take something's heart or something's core and you change it with something else, it loses what it was. Main example, I don't.
I know.
Listen?
Okay, give him a chance. Give him a chance.
The Mercedes AMG C63 E-Performance Plus 4MATIC. That's the longest name in the world. And that car lost or is losing a lot of the, I want to say, petrol heads. Yeah, so I truly believe that
it's lost its essence.
It's lost its essence.
It's no longer a P1. It's just a P.
It's a McLaren.
So it's a 720 years.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I haven't made up my mind.
These things are very conflicting, man.
Because for me,
some
feel
days
like
you can feel like
there's more to a car than its powertrain. I think for me, what I really, really love about the P1, more than anything, is how it looks when it's lowered. I think it's in its track mode.
Yeah.
The looks of that car, for me,
that's menacing. That's the P1.
That's P1. That's P1. For me, obviously, there's many factors, but for me, it's that look.
I mean, some cars like
it's so minimalistic. It's very curvy. But have you seen the taillights on a P1? It's a strip.
Beautiful.
It's literally.
The back. I wanted to ask another thing. Did he change the back?
He's putting a whole carbon kit on it.
Did he change the back? Did he change those backlights that you're speaking about?
Go watch it.
Yeah, no, go watch it.
Go watch it. I think he changed.
I don't think he did though.
If he changed that bumper.
He messed up.
If he did.
I'm not too phased about the pump. You know what I'm phased about? That exhaust out like where the exhaust sits. If he changes that, because I think he's gonna put two single.
See now, so that's a P1, guys. That's a P1, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, AP the Motoring Journalist on Instagram, AP the Motoring Journalist on Twitter. What are you on Facebook?
On Twitter, it's AP the Motorhead. On Facebook, it's Apue Lungelo. You can send me a friend request. I'm not a celebrity. But
Owe Tumbula on Instagram, Owe Tumbula on Twitter, The Breakfast Podcast on TikTok. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, siyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu, nibe right.